Welcome to my class Made from Home. This is my first class Made from Home, and today we are going to be looking at the topic capitalization in English language. By the end of this video, I would expect that students should be able to detect when to use capital letters or spot errors of capitalization. So please listen attentively and learn. Firstly, we are going to look at the definition. But before that, let me also say this, that this topic is suitable for children as from age 6 and above, particularly those who are sitting for exams. The exam class is GS3, SS3, and even Primary 6. This topic is very relevant to them because they will be writing either letters or essays. Now, we are going to look at the definition of capitalization. When we talk about capitalization, it is writing the first letter of a word in upper cases. Sorry, in uppercase, take note of first letter of a word. The first letter of a word in uppercase and the remaining letters of the same word in lower cases. Now, when we talk about upper cases and lower cases, let me cast your mind back to when we used to say big letter A and small letter A. That is what we mean by upper cases and small letters. Like we have A, B, C, and we have A, B, C written in small letters here. So in capitalization, we are expected to write only the first letter of the word in uppercase, just like we have done here in worry, delta, and market. The first letter of these words are written in capital letters in upper cases. So when we say capitalization of a word or capitalize a word, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to write all the words in capital letters, just the first letter of the word, and the remaining letters are in small letters. Now, I'll take you through some rules. There are a lot of rules. I'm going to take you through 5 rules that will guide you in knowing when to capitalize a word or not. Then after that, you are going to do your own research to find out some other rules that guides you on capitalization. The first word, number 1, the first rule is the first word in a sentence. John is my friend. John is my friend. You have a full stop there, sorry. John is my friend. From the sentence, the first letter of the word is J, so it has to be written in capital letter. The second rule is the first word immediately after a period or full stop. Now, if I am to continue writing after I have said something about John being my friend, the next letter there is he. If I were to replace John with a pronoun, he has to be written in capital letter. Then I could go on to say whatever I want to say about him. I could say he is so nice to me and so on and so forth. Then the third rule is names of persons. I take you back to the sentence I gave earlier on, the example, which is John. The names of persons. John is a name of a person. So coincidentally, from that sentence, we have 2 reasons why John is capitalized. First, it began the sentence. The secondly is the name of a person. Then names of other proper nouns or specific names of places, things, and so on and so forth. For example, the names of places, you could have ShopRite, you could have Igbudu Market, you could have things, you could have Toyota Corolla, you could have Volkswagen, and so on and so forth. Quickly, I will take you to another slide. Now let's look at the 4th rule. The 4th rule states that titles before names, like you have doctor, engineer, Mr., Mrs., Reverend, Pastor, Chief. All these are titles that comes before names. You could have Dr. James, you could have Engineer Andrew, you could have Mr. Kingsley, you could have Mrs. Evelyn, you could have Reverend David, you could have Pastor Joshua, you could have Chief Lucky. and so on and so forth. So when you come across titles of name or persons, you capitalize them. The fifth rule is names of the days of the week. Like you have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and so on and so forth. Then you also have the months of the year. The months of the year. Months of the year are January, February, March, and so on and so forth. Then holidays, like you will have Christmas, you have Easter, Eid al-Maulud, and so on and so forth. Now, having said that, let us take an error detection test. Assuming Yoma has written a letter to Tejiri during the lockdown, and the letter reads, "How are you, Tejiri? We left Warri before the closure of the borders. We traveled to Kwara State since last week Saturday, and we may not be back soon except the pandemic is over. How did you celebrate the Easter holiday over there? This one was indeed the first of its kind. We are living with my uncle, Engineer Ogenevo Kenneth, in his family apartment. His family has been nice to this very moment. I'm enjoying my stay here, particularly with my uncle's wife, Mrs. Ogenevo Eunice. She is more than nice to me. I hope you are still reading your books. Please, always wash your hands and use hand sanitizers. Otherwise, I will never shake your hands. I miss you. Bye, Yoma." So, that is a letter that had been written. Now, most of us, when we write, there are certain things that the examiner looked at for. And this is the reason a lot of us, we wonder how we managed to fail our English. The point may have been well related, but if you are not good in capitalization and punctuations, you would have made a lot of blunders. Now look at the first word, we. That negates the rule. Warri is a place. Kwara is a state, a place. Saturday, that's one of the days of the week. Easter is a holiday. Engineer is a title. Ogenovo, Kenneth, these are names. Mrs. is a title. Ogenovo, Eunice is also Ogenovo and Eunice, they are also names. So all these were highlighted because they are not written in, they are not capitalized. So this is what capitalization is, and I hope you'll be able to take the test that I'm going to send to you after now. So just do me a message on WhatsApp to take a test. 081 5544 5376. I hope you are going to answer my questions correctly. Do have a nice day. Bye for now. From my home class.